blew it into a tube, sending the dart flying into the animal, piercing the hide. And the dart's tip was previously coated with poison from the skin of a dart frog. When it entered the flesh, it quickly entered the bloodstream. As it traveled through the body, it stopped nerves from sending signals. Within seconds, it would become paralyzed. Eventually, the heart would stop beating, killing the animal. The fork was fastened to your neck, holding your head in place with a sharp spike under your chin and one above your chest. If you tried to move, the spikes would stab into your skin, causing pain. You couldn't talk or even swallow without hurting yourself. And if exhaustion took over and your head dropped, the spikes would pierce deeper, jolting you awake. You were forced to stay upright until your body finally gave out. The key was in his pocket as he watched the Titanic set sail. It unlocked a cabinet in the lookout tower where the ship's crew watched for danger. Now, inside this cabinet were binoculars, which could have helped them see far ahead in the dark. But the officer who had the key left the ship before it sailed, accidentally taking it with him. Without those binoculars, the lookouts had to rely on their own eyes, struggling to see through the night. And by the time they finally spotted the iceberg, it was too late. When a tumbleweed breaks off its roots, the wind pushes it across open land. As it rolls, it scatters thousands of seeds, planting itself wherever it goes. But tumbleweeds don't just spread. If they come across a car, they can roll into them, scratching paint and clogging grills. And with high enough wind speeds, they can crack windows. Large ones can get tangled under vehicles, making driving dangerous. And if a pile of tumbleweeds gets caught near your car's exhaust pipe, it can even start a fire. He planned to sneak into the secret prison compound run by the Church of Scientology. There were rumors of brainwashing and abuse, and he promised to uncover it by filming everything. He scaled the fence and posted a photo, and people waited eagerly for his updates. But not long after, his post suddenly stopped. Then his final post was changed to read, "I apologize if I have offended any specific community. Trespassing is never funny." Soon after, he deleted everything. Was he silenced by Scientology, or was it all a hoax? A tiny nail is placed inside the drilled hole. Then it's glued shut and repainted. This makes one side of the die heavier, causing the opposite side to land face up more often, allowing you to cheat. Another method is heating the die slightly, with the number you want pointing upwards. As it cools down, the melted part settles unevenly, which changes its balance, making it more likely to land on your chosen number. And sometimes, certain sides of the die are shaved down to make them flatter. The flatter side doesn't roll as easily, making it land on the bottom with the number you want facing up. He drunkenly swerved into the group, killing all 4 people instantly and injuring others. But the 16-year-old was from a wealthy family and claimed he suffered from being too rich and having no boundaries. Because of this, he escaped jail time and was given probation instead. But soon after, he and his mother fled to Mexico. He was found in a resort and arrested, finally being sentenced to 2 years in prison. 2 pans caught fire on his stove. Panicked, he grabbed one and threw it outside, only for it to land in the back seat of his convertible. He grabbed the second pan, but he tripped, and it landed right on his couch, igniting it. In minutes, his home and car were engulfed in flames. It seemed like an unlucky accident, but investigators were suspicious. And they found that there was no way a fire could have started this way. Turns out the man had started the fires himself to get insurance money. And instead of cash, he got 5 years of probation.